Hi, Larry here from Kabaddi Coffee, and I'm going to show you how to make a cup of coffee using the AeroPress. So imagine you're on a trip, or a lot of people do this in their own home, but all you need to do is bring your coffee and your AeroPress, which comes in this nice zippered bag. Unzipper the bag. My wife taught me that this is the best way to keep your AeroPress. You have your filters, and all your equipment can store just like that. So I think we're ready to get started. So go ahead and take this apart. This is the bottom of it where there's a filter that goes in place, and you just simply pull the plunger out like so. This is called the backwards method or reverse method. This is my favorite method for making coffee. The other way would be to pull this completely out, grab your filter, assemble it, place it on your cup like so, put your coffee and your water in, and then you plunger it through. We do it upside down because then it doesn't leak. So set your system up like so. We're brewing Mount Peak coffee today. This has been, usually when we travel, we always grind our coffee in advance, but I know a number of people who are really connoisseurs and feel that they need to grind their coffee. And so you can bring along a grinder if you like. That's a Hario hand grinder. What's really nice about this is handle is round, so I can actually just rotate it like an axle, wheel and axle, and just dump it in there. So I put in 1 scoop. So I'll reseal my coffee. I preheat my water to, in a kettle, usually a hotel room has some kind of heating for water, hot water. This has been heated to 200 with just below boiling. So if you can't control that, just let it boil and then let it cool for just a little bit. Go ahead and add your water to your coffee. If your coffee is good and fresh, you'll initially get a nice little bloom, the carbon dioxide coming out of the coffee. Try to make sure all your grounds are getting moistened. Okay. Next you have your little paddle. This is for stirring, so just kind of give that a stir. And we want to let this steep for about 90 seconds is all it takes. We'll go ahead and pause. Okay, we've waited 90 seconds. Now we're going to take the screen and the filter. Some people like to moisten that filter first, get the paper taste off of it, and then go ahead and assemble this. Then you flip the coffee brewer upside down, and you just rest your arm on it, and that applies enough pressure that the plunger is actually pushing down on the coffee and it's extracting into the cup. To control your extraction, there's a number of things you can do. One is how hot the water is that you put in there. If you have it less hot, it'll take bitterness away if your coffee's tasting bitter in any way. And the other thing is how long you let it steep. That controls also. So you can see that I put enough coffee in for 1 cup. I don't know if you can see that, but then you just top it off with hot water and you're ready to go. But there's no reason you can't put 2 scoops of coffee in, extract the coffee into a larger container, and then split it between 2 cups. But we usually just do 1 cup at a time. And that's the AeroPress.